Hey guys, sorry about the vertical format. I am in my car waiting for my sister who is in a parade, and the traffic is crazy, but that's a side note. So all I have to record is, like, to put my phone on is my steering wheel. So that's what's happening. But I wanted to talk really quickly about a concept I've been thinking about for a minute that I think a lot of new writers in particular, but all writers struggle with. That I have been, like, I've had my fair share of fighting this thing, this problem. And the problem is that a lot of the time, we as writers know so much about our story, about our characters, about our plot, about our world. We just know so much. And so we want to tell all of our readers, all of our audience, everything that we know because it adds to the story, right? And the way that this is coming through for me right now is I'm writing a book that's really deep point of view. And my character is very closed off to everyone around her. She doesn't want to learn about other people. She doesn't care about other people. She doesn't want to be bothered with other people. Like, she wants to stay in her space and not have anyone talk to her or interfere or anything. And she would just prefer to live like that. And so she automatically, because of the character that she is, she takes in less details about the people around her. Like, she notices less. We as the reader learn less about people around her than we would if she was a character like her love interest, who thrives on people, who only wants to be around people, who bases his whole life around people. So I've thought a couple times about having his point of view in there too, and another thing that would make that really interesting is that he has a different view of the main character than everyone else, because everyone else is kind of scared of this main character, you know, thinks she's intimidating and is kind of afraid of her, and he's not. Here's my sister, he doesn't think that way. Did you see her? Hi. I'm recording a YouTube video. Say hi.
Whoa. Hi.
You're gonna have to wait while I finish the video really quick.
I have to wait outside?
No, you can get in the car.
Oh.
You just have to be quiet while I talk.
Okay.
How was it?
It was good. I got coupons.
Coupons? That's amazing.
Yeah. Hi.
So I've thought a lot about changing the point of view, about adding other people's points of view, adding the love interest point of view, like having more than one person narrate the story, because I don't want the reader to miss out on all this stuff that the main character is not seeing. But that's what this video is about, because we have to be okay with that. We have to learn how to be okay with the reader not picking up everything and not telling the reader everything. And I think an important part of this is that we don't want to spoon feed our readers. We don't want to give them everything, because it feels, as an audience member, as a reader, it starts to feel too easy. Like, if you remember when we talked about suspense, you have to give readers pieces of the puzzle so that they can put it together by themselves, because otherwise it's like kind of boring. They don't really want to do it. It's not fun to have something so easy, like to just have the answer in front of you. So even though sometimes it can be tough, the fact that we can't tell our readers all of that, it's also really good, because our readers have the chance to pick up on it on their own. Like the fact that the main character's love interest, like, they can imagine how he sees her instead of just reading it. Like, that part is up to them. They can make that part up however they want. And I think there's kind of some beauty in that, in letting the reader have some creative liberty when you can't tell them everything you want, when you can't write everything you want. Because this is a story, my story is a story that is deep point of view. Like, it, for the purpose of the story, it can't be multiple points of view. It can't be multiple characters telling a story. It has to be just this one. And so I can't change that. And if I did, it would be actually really detrimental to the story itself. So the point of this video is teach yourself to be okay with having missing pieces of information. Teach yourself to be okay with knowing that maybe your reader won't pick up on this part, or maybe they won't fully realize this thing, or maybe there's something you really want to put in here that you just can't fit, that isn't appropriate for the moment, or whatever. Like with world building, they say only include the pieces of the world that are immediately applicable to the character. So it wouldn't be appropriate, it wouldn't fit to add everything about your world if it doesn't matter to the character in that moment. So I think it's important to teach yourself to learn to be okay with that, because it will dramatically increase how fun your story is to read, how engaging it is, and I don't know, how much your readers enjoy it and want to read it again. And another part of that is that that'll make a story where you read it over and over and you find new things every time. So, Corey, do you agree?
Yeah, I feel like you're making that video for me.
Oh, Corey's a writer too.
Yeah.
Hey, learn to be okay with missing information, please. Okay, bye. Happy trails.